Look at these ding-dongs, having the time of their lives. You remember Marlena and Steve, right? Well, things have been going pretty good for them lately. Pack your bags. This family of 3 is headed to the Canary Islands. Parenthood, the great challenge, they said. Poopy diapers, late nights, early mornings, the constant crying.
Next stop, Zurich Airport, Terminal Station.
I suppose if I were stuck in one spot pooping myself for months on end, I'd throw the occasional fit myself. And if that's not justification for hopping on a plane, I don't know what is. After half a year, things haven't been that different. Sure, we're a little more tired than usual. Maybe a lot more tired than usual. But otherwise, we're still keeping up our sense of adventure and our sense of drama. So, in shoulder season, we hopped on a plane with our 6-month-old for a little fun in the Canaries.
We made it to the car rental.
Oh my god.
William, what do you think?
We got our car. I've got my wife, for now at least. I have my not quite convinced and a little bit exhausted child. Go time?
Let's go.
I mean, how hard can a vacation be, really? After a long but relatively uneventful travel day, the real fun begins. All family members accounted for? Check. Spacious Airbnb in the middle of nowhere? Check. Fresh pair of underwear? Check. Breakfast? Maybe we should have thought about this one in advance.
Trying to retrieve breakfast.
William, let go of the camera. William, let go of the camera. Oh, there it is. How is it, Daddy?
I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for. Looks juicy. Little prickly pear action. The good news is if we get attacked by a bear, I'll be ready. A little more than I bargained for. Fun.
Breakfast is served, and if this doesn't work, we have backup.
It's like a Spanish carrot.
I wish you had been this successful last night when we had 5 mosquitoes in our room.
Do you think if I eat this, I'll die?
How is it?
It's good. No spiders.
Are you switching now the maple syrup for cactus juice?
No, it's gone.
The cactus juice might not have been loaded with calories, but I'd be lying if I said we didn't get into the cookies. Between parenthood and honest laziness, our fitness levels have declined. I guess picking up an 8-pound baby 100 times a day can only get you so jacked. What better time than vacation to get back on the old horse? Cactus juice and cookies weren't going to cut it as the primary diet for the week, and if I didn't get a coffee soon, it would have been absolute mayhem. So if that's our excuse for going into town, I'll gladly take it. Besides, where else would we find an old man with a pet goat gallivanting around town? Turns out that if you stay off the beaten path, you can find some pretty cute places in Gran Canaria, and even a restaurant or two that serves more than cactus juice. Still no maple syrup, but it'll have to do. After refueling, it was time to get moving.
So it was a 56 minutes drive to get here. Nobody got sick. Nobody cried. Not even Daddy.
It was close. It was close.
We made it. We're here.
What do you think of the Canary Islands, William? Haven't seen a canary yet.
Keep on looking for it.
Where are you two going?
We're going back to the car.
And then what?
And then we're going to the grocery store, buy diapers.
Fun.
Turns out hiking with a baby isn't all that bad. Open air, sunny skies, a chance to roll around in some pine needles, an outdoor baby's dream. After our lovely hike in the highlands, we dropped altitude to take in that salty air. Well, that doesn't smell like salt.
Someone just shit all over himself in the car.
What are you doing with your sunglasses, dude?
He doesn't get the concept.
How are you doing?
That was
After
tough.
that poop situation.
You can't fault a baby for the occasional poop explosion. And if using an extra wet wipe is preventing you from enjoying the moment, then a long look at the wild ocean might provide the recalibration you're looking for.
That's a pretty strong current. Scary. If you're not careful, I will throw you inside.
Full confession, I've never spent a moment on a surfboard in my entire life, even if I've landed my share of kickflips and spins on skate and snow. In a way, I imagine parenthood is a lot like catching a wave. It's hard work paddling into the deep, pushing through whitewater, dodging reefs and the occasional fin. But when you catch that wave and find yourself surfing over the void, there's no better freedom, even if that means facing the occasional poop explosion. If you can keep your head above water, so to speak, then at the end of the day, it's all smiles for everyone.
Hi. Tell me what we did today.
Nothing?
A lot of sleeping.
We got up at 6.
William, why did you get up at 6?
Hey, Nazama.
Hi! Es war eine Mutter, die hatte 4 Kinder. Den Frühling, den Sommer, den Herbst und den Winter. Der Frühling bringt Blumen, der Sommer den Kirsch. Der Herbst, der bringt Trauben, der Winter den Schnee. What happened to you?
I am wet. Okay, I haven't had a coffee in 3 days. Get out of my way. This trip to the Canary Islands is brought to you by Cafe Ortega.
It's not.
It's not.
You know, I meant to bring our quick lunch that expired 3 months ago.
Why didn't you bring it?
I forgot. I remembered our son though.
How's your lemon, William? Cafe Ortega. Cafe Ortega. The right thing to make every day better. This coffee sucks.
Hey William, what do you want to do today? What does Daddy want to do today?
Beach.
Hey Mom, where are we going?
We're going to the beach today, Willie. We're going to the beach. It's going to be so much fun.
Are you gonna eat sand?
5 days of constipation. I'm so excited. Are you excited?
So excited. William's first beach trip.
So fun, Willie. Let's go. Let's
Dad's
go.
got an umbrella. Coolness factor gone. Oh, Jesus.
You remember the first time Daddy took you to a beach? And it was a nude beach? I do. I will never forget that. So we just came back from the grocery store and we really tried to get steak from a cow.
The good thing is Marlena has no shame. And she's very good at asking the lady in Spanish, I need the animal that goes moo, moo, not ba, moo.
No, in German it's man. I said moo, not man.
I don't know. Well, who knows? Maybe sheep in Spanish say moo, and that's our problem. That's why we've ended up with lamb 2 days in a row. So excited.
We'll see tonight. We'll see tonight. But the label so far
Says lamb.
says lamb. William, it seems for you it doesn't matter if it's lamb or a clip out of plastic. You like it all.
It was lamb.
So now we're just waiting for our little guy to wake up before moving to our next accommodation. Look how peaceful he is.
After a great initial stay in Moya, it was time for us to switch it up. Back in our trusty rental unit, we headed down the road to Velsendero for a few days on the border of rugged Canaria backcountry and poolside bliss.
Some polar plunge action? Hui, wie macht die Schlange?
Dust.
I used to be on Canadian television.
Hold the phone.
I used to be on Canadian television.
We're gonna need to audit statements like this.
Marlena now just a point away from being the first German to win the tournament in Canada. Oh yeah, no for sure, bud. We got an upset here in St. John's. Friggin' rights we do. We haven't seen upset like this since Leafs lost Game 7. Up yours. Doesn't that happen every year?
Well, story checks out. This can only mean one thing.
Welcome to the championship match of the second annual Cafe Ortega Invitational. Will the rookie Canadian be able to pull off the upset over the experienced German? Only time will tell, Ron. Now let's go poolside to find out. A disappointing start for the Canadian here in our race to 21. And yet another big slam from the German to take a commanding early lead. Seeing some incredible acrobatics here. And Marlena throws it into the net to give Steve his first point of the match. Midway through the match now, and Steve and Marlena are neck and neck. Lots of unforced errors for the German, keeping Canada in this match. She's gonna need to get the ball over the net and onto the table if she wants to stay in this one. Massive slam from the Canadian to set up match point. He's just a point away from claiming his first Cafe Ortega title. Germany in control here as Marlena puts a slam down to force deuce. Wait. The Canadian is backing up and still tracking. That ball has gone interplanetary. Re-entering orbit now and Steve is still on it. An incredible dive and he makes contact. I don't believe it. This is athleticism of the finest order. The ball hits, a swing, and a miss. I don't believe it. Steve pulls off the shot of the tournament to secure gold. The crowd back in Canada absolutely loves it. They'll be celebrating into the night after this one.
Anything for the W.
Any game review?
Well, you know, we got out there, we gave it everything we wanted. We got pucks deep, pucks on net, and walked away with the W. Thanks, Ron.
Inspiring words from today's champion. We've witnessed a ping pong championship today that will surely be remembered for all time. We will now resume our regularly scheduled programming.
Whether you're traveling as a couple or traveling as a family, the trick to keeping it enjoyable is to always stick together, regardless of what happens. Unfortunately for me, a ping pong championship has divided the family line. But there's nothing a little baby airplane and a long walk can't fix. After enjoying the confines of our rental unit and competing in the championship match of a lifetime, we figured it would do us some good to branch out and stretch our legs. It is a big island after all.
That's what I call a close-up.
So where are we, Mom?
We're on Gran Canaria. I don't know.
We're on a hike.
We're on a hike, Barraca de Virgin.
Uh-huh.
And it's beautiful here.
There's water.
Calm and water. And we're going for a hike. I'll be a tour guide after this.
I'll be honest, our geological and ecological assessments of Gran Canaria were approximately 0 prior to this trip.
What do you think, William? Were you having fun?
Only after we booked our flights did we image search Gran Canaria to find photos of volcanic deserts and sandy beaches. But if you manage to escape the resort towns, you're never too far from green.
What do you think of our little hike, William? No comment?
When someone's hungry. William's not the only one that's hungry on this hiking trip.
It also means watching out for the local predators.
They say the Canary Islands are safe. You do need to watch out for the wildlife, and I am not talking about the canaries. They have giraffes. I see a giraffe now hiding in that tree. While they look friendly, their bite is toxic.
Thankfully, we had the Gran Canaria giraffe's only known predator here to protect us. Back at our accommodation, we pulled together another quick meal and discussed an important decision. Where are we staying tomorrow?
Do you have places to be?
We're not really resort people, and finding a last-minute stay in the off-season can be a little tricky. Thankfully, we managed.
Good morning. Are you ready to start the day?
Someone was ready 2 hours ago. Oh yeah, I thought the same thing. What did you do? Okay, you sure told them. This morning's early wake-up call is brought to you by Cafe Ortega, now available in Mocha. Cafe Ortega, the taste of crying babies since 1964.
Hi, Cutie.
Hast du gut geschlafen?
William, guess what? We're moving again. Are you ready for our next adventure?
With only 2 nights left on Gran Canaria, we wanted to make the most of our stay. For us, that meant hopping in our car and driving the whole 90 minutes to our perfect accommodation on the other side of the island. Also, remember when I said we're not really resort people? I lied.
Chips? Peanuts? Pina colada?
No.
Just a touch of alcohol for flavor, and a beer for Dad.
That is so much fun.
Slug.
Love it.
Practicing the front crawl. Let's see how he does in a different medium. Big smile. Hey, Michael Phelps.
There's joy in solitude on vacation, especially as a young family. But after a few nights of my bad cooking and the same repeated scenery, our vacation was starting to feel a little more like home than it should. Turns out a heated pool and a little sunshine had William on the resort train too. Absolute bliss.
Yeah, William? Okay.
There's a shark coming.
There's a lot of pressure to do things a certain way as a family. Stay at a resort, stay off resort, don't get on a plane at all. You get the picture. As long as the 3 of us are smiling at no one else's expense, we know we're doing it right.
Hi, shark.
Whether we're on vacation or right at home.
How's the water? Fun.
Throughout our vacation, I often caught myself wondering, what would we be doing right now if William wasn't with us? The answer in my head was rarely something different from what we were doing already. I guess that means we're still doing the things we love, albeit at a different pace, maybe with a bit more napping. And that's not a bad thing either. We used to go on trips to see and do things that we couldn't at home. This pursuit of exotic experiences and our documentation of them serve not only to create instant joy, but to act as a reminder of changing perspective.
It's fresh food.
With a little one, it doesn't take a vacation to remind you of what's important. At the end of the day, if you're going to drown your brain with oxytocin and have your heart explode out of your chest every time your baby smiles at you, then it doesn't hurt to do it in the Canary Islands.
William, how are you, my little beach bum?
William, how are you? You told me earlier he's like,
Oh yeah, William, me too.
As for Marlena and me, we're still trying to figure out a tough math problem. How is it possible to give your whole heart to a baby and somehow still have enough left over to love the person next to you even more than the day before? Gross. Come here, William, come here. Come to Daddy. This right here is worth a lifetime of sleepless nights, 1,000 times over. No vacation necessary. Cafe Ortega, sponsoring trips to the Canary Islands since 2022. Cafe Ortega, sponsoring trips to the Canary Islands since 2022. William, are you excited to go back to Zurich? Yeah, looks like it.
William, it's skiing season.
As quickly as we arrived in Gran Canaria, it was time to head home. And for a shotgun vacation in shoulder season, we managed to have ourselves a pretty good time.
Look who's having a good time at the airport. William, are you having a good time at the security check?
Arm. What's this, William?
Sure, we may have forgotten breakfast, eaten mystery meat, ended up on a nude beach, frozen our bits and pieces off, been attacked by giraffes, and even become resort people. But what good is a story if there's no conflict?
This trip to Gran Canaria is brought to you by Lay's Gourmet Potato Crisps.
Und Flugzeug. Bist du ein Flugzeug? A little airplane. Flying back to Zurich.
Come in, come in. Flight WP100, your landing gear is down. Requesting contact immediately. How was your vacation, dude? It might not be a story that William remembers, but it will be a part of his story nevertheless. Let's call it a trial run for a story that's about to go wheels up real soon. After all, this family of 3 has big plans for the near future.